Zanona makes it to Grand so he could get a chance, but he's got a long road ahead of him, man.
Yeah, and potentially in that road is one of these two players. Echo Fox, MVG, Mew2King up against Ally.
Free agent Ally. Hint, hint, for anyone watching who may or may not own an esports team.
And Ally, let's keep in mind that he's in this position after losing to a Cloud himself. Where is he going to be able to make the necessary adaptations to ensure that that doesn't happen again?
Very smart by Mew2King there, going high with the up B, avoiding Ally's cape. Could have gone down with the second hit. I feel like a lesser Cloud would have done that just to be greedy and would have met with an ill fate after that.
Back here now from Ally. And going into the jabs right afterwards, he's so good at tacking on that extra little percent. He knows that it all really adds up. But the one thing that's haunted him since that last match with Cloud was spacing around that down air. It's going to be so important for him to do so and make the most of the disjoint on Mario's forward smash to get some big punishes.
This was a huge start for Mew2King, but Ally bringing it all the way back. Oh, Mew2King just going to blow that limit. And why? Why a B?
He was probably predicting Ally to come in aggressively to punish the cross slash.
And Mew2King giving up some big opportunities here. I also can't believe that Ally slipped out of that down smash, but either way, he's going to close it out with a very risky up B all the way up there. All it would have taken was an air dodge from Mew2King and a falling up air punish for the kill. But Ally is definitely a betting man.
This is the angry Ally that I love to see. There are moments when this man goes into the loser's bracket and he's all of a sudden just a demon that has evolved to the highest possible level.
Oh, I thought he was going to do Nair for the jab reset. That would have made my day. But either way, Ally still kept it going, and he's still keeping the stock going as well. What's Mew2King going to use this limit for, though? Is he going to try to take the stock by conventional means and save the limit to make up for some of his percent deficit upon respawn? Or is he just going to say, you know what, I need this kill at all costs. I'll use the blue stuff to get it done.
That's, it is an idea of allocations, and like we touched on, Mew2King is very much on the side of liberal usage of that limit.
He's a big spender, man.
Big time. Back here from Ally.
Oh, if that were the spike hitbox and I traded, but doesn't matter. Hypotheticals are out the window, and so is Mew2King's first game. Ally taking that one with a pretty well-timed flood there.
Again, what we touched on whenever we were speaking of Ally previously is how good he is at finding your weaknesses and blowing them wide open. And there it was about dealing with Cloud's recovery. He had the back air initially, and just to ensure he really dotted his I's and crossed his T's, he uses the flood to make sure that Mew2King cannot come back from that position.
And as you said, Ally really does specialize in finding your weaknesses as a player, but here's the thing, he doesn't even have to find them for Mew2King, because these two have met so many times in bracket across so many games for basically the past 8 years of Smash history. He already knows Mew2King in and out, and vice versa. But I feel like Mew2King is a lot less of a let me capitalize on your player habits kind of player and way more methodical. And I think that's kind of coming back to haunt him here. You can see in some matchups that methodical play is really beneficial, but Ally knowing Mew2King in and out is actually kind of a big deal here. It's
a very unique dynamic of one who plays the game and one who plays the player.
Yes.
Ally certainly on the latter with Mew2King on the former. This game, oh, so insanely close. Limit, of course, being the factor that swings this in favor of Mew2King in the present. His limit utilization was not the best in that last game at all.
No, definitely not. And wow, that was a very strange looking trade of down smash for a grab, but doesn't matter. Just going to wipe him out with the cross slash nice and quick.
And so smart, he jumps initially with an empty hop, forcing Ally to come down, and that was the final trap to ensure that the cross slash would connect.
Mew2King with some sick baits. This guy, and the thing is, I feel like, again, it wasn't like a personal kind of bait. It was like, okay, if I do this, he'll probably want to come in, and that's what anyone would do, so let me go for it. Of course, I don't mean to discredit Mew2King's ability to read and learn players, because he's certainly very capable of that, otherwise he wouldn't be the Mew2King we all know and love.
He's known by some as the robot for a reason. Up smash from Ally makes this a stock apiece, but Mew2King has more than done his homework for the semester here.
Let's see who's going to pass this class, though, because there's a lot on the line, man. These guys are both in the money now. Oh, very smart. Again, not going for the down hit of the up B.
It's just using that platform as the proper escape option. And getting out of the series of up tilts as well. I didn't know that was entirely possible. Ally starting to understand this and switching things up from pure up tilt into integrating up airs, but a little too late as Mew2King slingshots him towards that right blast zone.
I'm actually surprised that that killed. I thought he was going to live. But Town and City, those close boundaries, smart counter pick by Mew2King, realizing he's the one whose character has the higher kill power. Although, Ally can definitely get those up B cheesy kills nice and easy off the top of Town and City.
And I know that Ally took it over Mew2King at EGLX. I wasn't sure if that was a 3-0 or a 3-1. I'll definitely have to look at my stats again. But it was one of those moments where we saw Ally in losers and absolutely make a tear. Let's see if this is the same Ally that we're expecting from there, or if this is finally Mew2King's time to make that losers bracket run that he has yet to do in this game.
In Smash 4, this record is quite in Ally's favor, I believe. I think Mew2King took one set from him, maybe two. But Ally definitely looking to continue the streak, widen the gap. But Lilac Cruz, I'm very puzzled why Ally keeps picking the stage, but it does seem to work out for him. Even if it's just a comfort pick, who is comfortable on Lilac Cruz anyway? And
we've even seen in this series Lilac being used as a counter pick that Cloud mains choose. I mean, honestly,
was that Ned's counter pick when it happened?
I think it was either it was Ned's, or it might have even been.
No, I think it was Ally's, because I was saying, remember,
right.
He knows that he can beat Ned, but still trying to maybe cheese pick him here. Same dynamic with Mew2King. I really don't think Ally's picking this stage to try to gimmick someone out of their rightful recovery. He just knows the layout better than other people do, and that means a lot.
Do you think that Mew2King's style of gameplay will be benefited greatly by this stage?
Yeah, I could definitely see that, especially if he's using a lot of those short hop down airs to come off of the platforms, because you can actually short hop, and then, like that, and auto cancel once you hit the ground. Huge asset for Cloud on the tri-platform stages, and I think that's really why Cloud players should use Battlefield, Dreamland, Lilat as their counter picks.
Mew2King, he's spent enough to the point where any attack should be able to charge that limit to the brim. Ally, though, caping him away, and the second cape just to ensure that he won't be able to land on the stage.
Busting out all stops on that gimp, man. This is a flood and then 2 capes.
And this is the critical game 3. If this does go to game 5, whoever wins this game does secure counter pick advantage for that final game.
Yep, definitely a real big deal to take this one away. And Ally looking poised to do it so far, but you can never count M2K or Cloud out. I've seen both this player and this character take 2 stocks in 20 seconds.
Again, Cloud, such a comeback-oriented character. He can shift the momentum at a moment's notice, like you mentioned, Max.
And look at that air dodge lag, making him slide down on the slant. That was, was that the end?
Not yet. No. It's close, though. Ally has been so solid at closing the stocks out, getting these edge guards against Cloud. Oh, but that time waiting for the air dodge, it never comes, and instead Mew2King chooses the offensive option to escape Ally's pressure.
Mew2King's life possibly flashing before his eyes a couple times here. He's had some close calls and not, or well, I guess too close for comfort there. Ally with a solid 2 stock. I think that's the most dominant finish we've seen in this set so far.
It feels like this is one of those matchups where Ally will actually use the up smash in ways to punish anything other than landings. Whereas in other matchups, he used the up smash primarily to punish those landings. And again, a lot of that revolves around that disjoint that Dare possesses. And so to see Ally understand that in that moment he could just slide up and get away with an option like that, it's beautiful to see.
Yeah, you really have to change up your strategy when you fight Cloud compared to most of the other characters in this game. He's just so unconventional in a lot of ways. But we're going to Duck Hunt. I definitely like this stage for Cloud as well. You got a lot of room to run away and charge your limit up in those trees. You've got a wall for wall jump recoveries, which really aids Cloud in overcoming his biggest weakness. And, average size stage boundaries just going to make it reasonably easy to kill. Oh, he clipped him out of the wall jump, though, forcing Mew2King to spend limit. He would have otherwise been able to recover without it.
And that's so tough. He's already down so much in percent. The fact that he has to waste so many precious seconds to charge that limit back up is going to allow Ally to continue putting on the damage.
And just over there on the left side before, I love how Mew2King landed with a forward air. So many people, when they see Cloud landing face first and it's too late for the auto cancel down air window, they often think, okay, he's going to land without pressing a button, some kind of defensive way, either an empty land or an air dodge. Let me just go for the punish. But no, even though forward air has 18 frames of startup, I believe, it's still deceivingly fast and really safe. if you block it. So smart by Mew2King to land that way, but it doesn't look like it's enough to overcome Ally here.
It really doesn't. Like we said, Angry Ally certainly in the building. These grabs are going to mean the start of a massive punish. 35 to start things off. But this is, again, a moment where you got to remember the dare factor. You have to be able to space around it. If Ally gets clipped by that, again, it's going to give Mew2King more room to make this comeback happen.
Okay, not sure what that was all about, but cost him a stock because he had to go to the ledge. All right. Still anyone's game for sure. Though, unfortunately for Mew2King, if he gets grabbed, yep, definitely still liable to get comboed pretty hard by Mario. Just because he's above 0% doesn't mean really much of anything. Cloud being a little bit above mid-weight and a kind of fast-falling character, Mario has a field day once he gets his hand on this guy.
Back here now from Ally, and he's so close to sending Mew2King out of this tournament and advancing in this bracket for the rematch against Ned.
Oh, wow, baits out that dash grab. Ally now using Flood. Okay. M2K fading low to avoid it. Gets back to the stage without using his limit, and now got kind of a real match.
We really do. It's so good he didn't have to use limit there. Otherwise, it would have made this comeback even more difficult to pull off. Maybe Mew2King can make Ally overextend a single time. He can turn this game around.
Right, and not only does he have the ability to use a limit break special move, but he also has the increased running, aerial, and falling speed as a result of being blue.
It's conservative use.
Right?
Maybe just because he's older.
Parties.
And it actually worked out. Ally was so close to being sent to that blast zone. If he gets hit by another move like that, I think it's going to be a massive comeback.
Ally, that was the game right there. He read the spot dodge, but he just went for a jab instead of a back throw that definitely would have sealed the deal.
He's starting to fight back. He's being a real factor, but landing off of that stage leaves him wide open to a punish from Ally. Ally biding his time. He knows Mew2King is in the hot seat right now. Just waiting for that single moment where Mew2King overextends.
And Ally trying to force the same setup that he saw worked before.
Oh! Challenging the attempted up smash with that rising bear, and it pays off massively as Ally advances on to losers semifinals.
And that only killed because Mew2King was charging a smash, which makes him take, I believe, 20% extra knockback. Ally with definitely, I don't know the esports way to say it, but he's really brave, all right? So, you know,
He's got guts.
strong conviction. Yeah.
Kid's got guts.
Yeah. Kid's got guts.